all right. And welcome back once again to the new and improved Inglewood Enterprise Gallery. We upgrading this, once and for all. And I thought that it was important that we not only promote arts and creativity, but we want to show some love too. You know what I mean? We want to show some love to people doing positive things in the community and all of that. So from now on, you can refer to us to the Show Some Love show here at Inglewood Enterprise Gallery. Also we welcome your questions, comments, and all right. Yeah, I guess that's working okay. We welcome your questions, comments, and criticisms. Feel free. This is a live show. If you're calling on Wednesday at 7 p.m., so you can catch us at 312-738-1060. That's 312-738-1060. I'm your host, Brother Medina of the Inglewood Enterprise Gallery. Just pushing a couple buttons here, trying to make sure that everything is moving and grooving. I did have a couple of things that I wanted to share with you all. So soon as all my technology is on point, I'm gonna pull up a couple of videos and whatnot. But beyond that, the Inglewood Enterprise Gallery, located at 1200 West 35th Street. We are in our new location in the Bridgeport Arts Center. Bridgeport Arts Center, also known as Bridgeport Artist Lofts. They have several, probably a couple hundred different artists and creative types up in the facility, as well as a bunch of other interesting stuff. They have the Maritime Museum over there for you to check out. And those type. Oh, okay. All right. We moving and grooving now. Okay. My buttons is working. Inglewood Enterprise Gallery. I think I said that already. Okay. But beyond that, what have we been up to lately? All right. Since everything is moving and grooving, I always like to show some videos. You know what I mean? Because a picture is worth 1,000 words, and a video can really give you a snapshot of what we've been up to. Because I don't remember everything, but one of our latest and greatest projects that I'm very proud of that I would like to show you. Over this past summer, we had the opportunity to work with one of Chicago's premier street graffiti artists, Mr. Rahman Static. Mr. Static, thank you for all of your help. You can find some of Static's work pretty much all over the city. He probably is in the Guinness Book of World Records for having the most street murals in the city of Chicago. I'm going to put that out there. I may or may not be right, but we can always fact check it thanks to Google. But Brother Static, when you see some of his work, he has a lot of prolific work in the neighborhood, and I'm had the opportunity to speak with him on several occasions. And, sometimes you have artists that are just in the art and they're creative, but then you have artists that are really philosophers, and they use their creativity to tell a story and to teach and to enlighten. So personally, I put him in that category, and it was a great honor to have him involved in one of our projects. This particular project is called the Pop-Up Peacemaker Space. So take a look at it, and I love to tell you all about it. Feel free to give us a call. Let us know your thoughts, comments, or criticisms. We get those every now and again, but it's no big deal. Check it out and let me know what you think. There we go. See what I mean? Show some love. All right, Rahman Static, my man. Very nice cultural inspired piece that he helped us to put together, and it's really for us to continue to promote the message of showing some love in the community. Let's show some love for creativity. Let's show some love for each other. Tomorrow is never promised, as we know, in Chicago. So it's always important that you live every day like it's your last, but always plan for tomorrow. Tell your loved ones, friends, and family, even if they get on your nerves, because that does happen. But always be sure to show some love, because you never know when that time may come. But on another note, the pop-up Peacemaker Space. Over the last couple of years, we have been upgrading our artistic and creative format to include STEM and STEAM types of projects, STEAM being science, technology, engineering, art, and mathematics. So, we don't just deal with technology, but we also deal with the creativity, or we don't just deal with creativity, we also like to deal with technology and these other important factors that it is important for our children to be abreast of and aware of, to be competitive moving forward in the world. Also, creativity is the seed of innovation. So scientists have to be creative and have vision to create things that don't yet exist. And you do that between being creative, being artistic, and having vision. So that is another reason why we do what we do at the Inglewood Enterprise Gallery, to use creativity to uplift arts. Use creativity to uplift humanity and the community. Also, what else has been going on? Some interesting stuff has gone on over the last couple of years, during, through, in, and throughout the pandemic. We got holidays coming up, and you got people that swearing off family members because they ain't wearing masks, or maybe they ain't vaccinated. But always remember, show some love. That's what's important. Don't let that COVID come between you and your people. You know what I mean? Don't let whether or not they got a mask on come between you and your family, because tomorrow ain't promised. Just keep them about 10 feet distance away. You might be all right. You got yours on. But on another note, one thing that I noticed, and this actually happened way back in 2019, crazy stuff happening in the news, and I'm going to pull this up right quick because you probably wouldn't believe me if I told you. But another reason why I think it's important that we promote arts and creativity in our community and to our young people, because we're in the age where you have to innovate on new ways of entrepreneurship, new ways of sustainability. A lot of people shifted from having a regular job to being entrepreneurs over the last year and a half. In the art world, many different things have gone on. So I'm going to share this with you, because if we can just teach our children in the community to do phenomenal things like this. Somebody actually took a banana, duct taped it to a wall, and sold it for $120,000. A banana duct taped to a wall, $120,000. We need that kind of innovation in our community. What if we can inspire our youth to create works of art like this? A Big Mac on the wall, a banana on the wall, an apple on a stick. Who knows? It's innovation. Somebody took this banana taped to a wall, and they went to one of the biggest art festivals in America, known as Art Basel, down in Miami. And somebody came with $120,000 and bought that banana. Not only did somebody buy that one, the artist sold that banana, came back with another banana and some duct tape, and sold another one for the same price. That's what they said in the news. Please fact check it, because I don't make this stuff up. But it is totally amazing. Meanwhile, I just want to show another short video clip of some other work that we do at the Inglewood Enterprise Gallery. We've been away for several years now. It feels like eons, and I think it's important that we play these little videos to remind our fans, our followers, the community, of some of the things that we've been doing. We always welcome artists, business people who would like to assist us in our mission, to reach out, give us a call, see how we could volunteer, or how you could volunteer in our mission of uplifting humanity using arts and creativity. But I got another little short video right quick of some of the great stuff we've been doing at the Inglewood Enterprise Gallery. Just a little creative project with our youth business network. All right. Yeah, that's just another shot of us working with some of our young people to do more constructive and creative things. When we talk about increasing the peace in the community, and when we talk about changing patterns of behavior, we like to innovate and offer creativity as a means to avoid negativity. It worked for me, and I think that it has worked for countless other young people or countless other people who have been able to channel their energy in a positive way and work on escaping these patterns of negativity that may follow us or that we may find ourselves in. So, that's what we've been up to. Also, over this past summer and the previous summer, we worked with one of our great community partners, Urban Tech Academy. Like I said, we did launch what we call the pop-up Peacemaker Space, and that is like our mobile demonstration unit where we can come to a facility, an organization, or a school and do some work with them centered around STEM projects. We have 3D printers. We deal with drones. We also have blank canvases ready for the youth to exercise their creative will. Well, anyway, for the last couple years, we've been working with one of our community partners, Urban Tech Academy. And with Urban Tech Academy, what we have been working on is a project called Technology for Peace, where we work with our young people, teaching them how to engage in discussion centered around problem solving. And offering solutions to some of the problems that may plague our community, but also getting an idea from the young people what they identify as problems and potential solutions, so that we don't just come with all of the ideas. We incorporate the ideas and concepts of our young people as well as their energy, because they will be motivated about things that they come up with. So once again, this is just a snapshot of some of the things that we have been up to. These videos that I'm about to show you are 3 young people who actually won some awards that we offered over the last couple summers for the work that they put into working on an interview, engaging community participants, intergenerational dialogue, and the idea of problem solving and solution building and critical thinking and all of those other things. So I'm gonna start with a young lady whose name is Janaya. She had an award-winning piece that she put together. She did this cinematography and video production all on her own, and it was quite impressive for a 17-year-old to put together a project like this. So shout out to Janaya, and keep up the good work.
Within our city, there is a lot of violence that we are not ignorant to. But what about the joys of our city? We are very ignorant towards the joys of our city, and that's because we can't enjoy the joys of our city due to violence in general. We as a people, we have to do our jobs to eliminate the threats, the violence, to try everything in our power to get rid of it so our children can be safe, so our children can grow up without having to fear for their lives. People often confuse gangs. Gangs aren't just about violent acts, but about the unity of a group, a bond between strangers who have each other's backs, or so they think, a sense of loyalty. Due to petty and unethical reasonings, gangs form to go against another. Gang versus gang leading to unfortunate outcomes, the innocent dying. Different gangs literally live in the same vicinity, A BD's block to a GD's block around my community, that's about a walking distance. That itself is already a conflict. But in my generation, the innocent die. In my generation, people solve problems with guns. In my generation, a bullet has no name. And in my generation, a gun has no aim. My generation has a chance to change history and make a mark for ourselves. We have those who are fighting for our rights right now as I speak, fighting for peace, fighting for us to walk the streets safely, fighting for us to not be scared to go into a gas station without the fear of dying, fighting for us to just mind our business in general peacefully. Let us live life and enjoy it without.
Man, that was a powerful piece. I'm gonna stop that right there. We'll have that complete piece available actually on our Facebook page as well as on my Instagram page at Medina the Artist on IG. But you know, the young lady said some profound things. You know, just hearing that from the young people's perspective. You know, because they are facing violence at every turn. You know. As we said before, you know, and as we know, you know, our young people are not even safe in their own homes, you know. But it is great to hear some intelligent speaking and articulate young people addressing some of the issues. And personally, I think that is that's one of the ways that we get to a solution. You know, you got a lot of different people in the community working on a lot of different angles to get down to the bottom of the problems. But also, you know, we got to make sure that we are listening to our young people and taking heed to the things that they are saying and potentially advising us on. So big up to Janiyah. I think that was an excellent job that she did putting that piece together. I got another one that I would like to share very quickly. But before I do that, let me make sure that I just send a little reminder. We are the Inglewood Enterprise Gallery with our new show, Show Some Love, Chicago. All right. You can catch us at 1200 West 35th Street in the Bridgeport Arts Center. All right. Also, you can reach us on at our email address, enterprisegallery@gmail.com. That's enterprisegallery@gmail.com. All right. So I got a couple of other short pieces. Some other young people who did an awesome job working on our Technology for Peace project this summer and last summer. All throughout the middle of COVID, we had to leverage our time and leverage the technology so that we could attempt to still deliver the service that we deliver to our community and to our young people, you know, in this brave new world that we are existing in, you know. But it was a great project. It was a great opportunity, and I'm going to pull up this next video, all right, for us to check out. Okay, this young man, his name is Caleb. Caleb is a very charismatic young man. He's very well spoken for a 14-year-old. All right, very well spoken for a 14-year-old. Hold on, I think we got a call on the line. Did they call the wrong number or something? Or they meant to call? You say you were interested in some inspiration? Is that what that is, some inspiration?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you know, inspiration is live every day like it's your last and always plan for tomorrow, you know. That's definitely what I try to encourage our young people to do, you know, because they get caught up in petty things, as we all do, you know, but it's important to always keep our eyes on the prize and not get caught up in petty skirmishes. Not skirmishes, excuse me. Petty skirmishes and all of those other things that try to take us to a low vibrational state, you know. So we always have to try to operate from a point of high vibration, positivity, and positive energy, you know. And sometimes you can even deflect negativity by having that attitude. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna bring my man Caleb in because I think he actually had a couple things to say about that. And to tell you the truth, I get inspiration just by watching these young people because I'm gonna paraphrase just like the last young lady said in the video, but you know, we don't get no promotion of positivity among our young people. If we trying to watch the news to see what's going on in our community, all we get is negative marketing and negative press and negative publicity. So it's important that we continue to tell our story. It's a ancient proverb that until the lion tells his own story, the hunt will always glorify the hunter. You know, so it's important that we engage in telling our own story through our own media outlets so that we can continue this conversation amongst ourselves and continue to inspire each other. Because if we only plug into one media outlet, you might just find yourself depressed all the time, you know? So I appreciate y'all calling all the way from Fort Smith. I think that's Arkansas, down there in the quartz crystal capital of the world, which we are fans of, and I'd love to tell you more about our quartz crystal exploits. But let me bring my man Caleb up, because he had a very interesting interview that he had with a family member who does work in the community. So I think we'll get a lot out of this brief discussion.
Now, since you're talking about mental health, well, my auntie has a YouTube channel called Division to Divinity, right? Am I right? Okay, cool.
Correct.
This is the merch, right? So what my auntie does is she tries to help with the mental health, because mental health is important in the black community. I'm gonna let her talk, you know, tell her about what she do.
Well, that was my nephew, and I appreciate that. That was awesome. Thank you very much. No, that's okay. Yeah. You good. Yeah. So my contribution to the community stems from me actually dealing with a lot of the traumas that came with living in our communities, and healing from those traumas and teaching other people how to do so. Not just telling people to feel better, but teaching people how to actively or practically giving them steps that will help them get to better, get to healed and healthy and balanced and happy. And then once we reach that place within ourselves, then it's nothing for us to get out here and want to connect with different people in our communities. Want to, you know, get out here and really be that change in the community.
Session.
Okay, so the hat, Division to Divinity, here's the channel's name. And I'm looking at your shirt. It says, "Mind controls matter. Mind control matters." Can you please tell us what that means?
Yeah, absolutely. So this mantra is what Division to Divinity is all about, and it has two meanings. One has to do with quantum physics and the fact that it's string theory and it's the law of vibration and Hermetic philosophy, right? But altogether, what that says is that everything vibrates at certain frequencies, and that your perception, your consciousness, actually affects what happens with matter, like Schrodinger's cat, right?
Man, she just blew my head all the way off. I ain't even expect that metaphysics lesson right there. But that was some heavy stuff. Vibration, you know, all of that, man. But they started off talking about mental health, and she wound up talking about vibrational energy and things. And it's amazing because pretty much, just reiterate what she was saying, you know, at the end of the day, you're able to control the things around you with your mind, you know, and that seems inconceivable to some people, you know, that, hey, I just can't make things levitate at all times. But just like I mentioned earlier, sometimes you can deflect negativity with positive thoughts. And it happens all the time. If you meet negativity with negative thoughts, then you're going to have a negative conundrum leading to an explosive type of situation. But I really appreciate how my man Caleb and his aunt pretty much, introduced some heavy metaphysical concepts connected to mental health. Then she got off into Hermetic philosophy and divine mathematics. I don't know, something, numerology. It was heavy though. And we'll have more of that video once again playing on our Inglewood Enterprise Gallery Facebook page, just giving an update, as you know, to some of the great things that we have been up to. I think it's awesome. This young man is 14 years old, and for him to be able to engage and have a discussion with this adult, though they're related, with some high value, high vibrational concepts, I think is very important. And we need to pay close attention to that and see what we can do to create more of that dialogue, once again, so that we can continue to perpetuate positivity and positive thoughts in line with what she's saying. And also big up and thanks to CAN TV for even providing this platform for us to continue to come here and talk about positive things, positive thoughts, and creating greater positivity in our community. I got one more video. I'm gonna skip through it because this was her rough draft. But this young lady is so well spoken that I wanted to play her rough draft video. She has another video that I'll play at a later time. But she was so well spoken, I wanted to play a little bit of what she had to say. This is actually Caleb's sister, and between the two of them, they both were winners of a special reward and honorarium that we had to offer over the summer for people whose final project placed the highest. So big up to Caleb, big up to his sister Judea, and big up to y'all for watching. Once again, 312-738-1060. This is a live show, so don't call up saying no profanities or, doing no pranks or nothing like that. But if you got some good questions, comments, and even criticisms, go to give us a call. This is a live show, so it's Wednesday at 7. If you look at it on Thursday, don't call because we won't be here. Somebody else will, though, but they'll answer on our behalf. Here's Judea.
They're called baristas. I feel like baristas need to limit, the bars need to limit how much alcohol people need to be able to drink, how much wine and liquor people need to be able to drink. If they taking a lot more than they need to be, I don't know what gets you drunk, but if they're taking a lot more than that's gonna make them drunk to where they can't drive home, they need to limit it to like at least 3 shots. I don't know. I don't know, but I feel like drugs. There should be no drugs allowed. Nowhere you can find them. Nothing. Weapons should be limited to people who have a license. And if cops will probably profile someone, but some real good like detectives or lie detectors, human lie detectors. I feel like they need to be able to kind of like determine if this person, even though they have a license, if this person is really capable of handling a deadly weapon around themselves and around others. So I feel like the hurt people need to be able to go talk to somebody, and the people who are carrying weapons need to be able to be identified as very, very ready. Drugs and alcohol needs to be limited, because I know when you go to a bar, you really want to get everything off your chest. Drugs not allowed at all. Yeah, and I really hope the situation can be fixed, because it's disheartening. It's heartbreaking. Thank you.
Man, heartbreaking. Coming from the youth. It's amazing that our young people would even know about heartbreak. But this epidemic of violence, this disproportionate violence in our communities and all of that other stuff, I can see how it really would lead to heartbreak. Big up to Judea for all of those wonderful ideas. She did touch on something else, that is very important when we talk about violence in our communities. How big of a part do foreign substances play? How big of a part do illegal substances play? How big of a part does alcohol play? Even among our young people, who we think should be too young to even have access to many of these things. So, there are a lot of major things plaguing our community. Our young people gave us some excellent ideas that we need to be meditating on and thinking more about. And I commend them for even utilizing the voice that they have, to even speak on these things. Because if you tell them it's a party, or if you tell them it's a fight, everybody gonna come running. If you tell them, let's have a conversation about some peace and love, it's gonna be crickets. So the ones that were brave enough to engage this discussion, be a part of the process, and have something to say that we could take away with us and figure out how we can make our communities better. I commend them all. Once again, I'm Brother Medina with the Inglewood Enterprise Gallery, the new Show Some Love show. Feel free to check us out at InglewoodEnterpriseGallery.com. You can check us out at Third Fridays over at the Bridgeport Arts Center, 1200 West 35th Street. I almost forgot the address. All right, at enterprisegallery@gmail.com. That's enterprisegallery@gmail.com. Peace.